Darsal underscore Saber just cheered 100 bits.
Yeah.
It's 20 outside.
Uh-huh.
Let me in your underwear so I can stay warm. You wouldn't let me freeze to death, right?
Negative. I'm afraid that saw the face. Dude.
Bam! Dick and balls!
I mean, that's still loud. Whatever.
Bam! Dick and balls!
I figured having some
Bam! Dick and balls!
Kenny emotes would be appropriate for what we're gonna do tonight.
It's good shit.
It is good
It's
shit.
getting kind of cute.
But considering we're gonna watch Moria from the
so hard
from the slums again, I feel like we'll have to have like more variety of emotes to display our either disgust, bewilderment, or I don't know, just like whatever that would be appropriate for whatever batshit insane things we're gonna watch tonight. I can't beat my bean at Starbucks. I don't want to lose my membership. Sure you can. Just find the Hiroshima Gooner, because we know he works at Starbucks, so he might hook you up. Like maybe he knows a place in Starbucks over so he can beat your meat at. The what? I'm not gonna go over that again. I've gone through the Hiroshima Gooner for like, God, probably like 5 times already. I feel like the novelty is like sort of wearing off a little bit. My night is complete now. You had the freaking Elmo emote. What is that? B, you said I'd goon to No Way Home chapter 3 and you weren't wrong. You did such a good job drawing characters in that. Is there a goon scene? I don't remember drawing a goon scene, but I appreciate, you know, that you liked the artwork though. Like, we figured that it was gonna be like, you know, things are building up to that anyway. So, I need to goon. Well, I mean, you're snowed in, right? So maybe you'll have the chance. Lord, new fear unlocked. That I get the one of his goon lattes or goon cake pops. I think he comes on food. I don't know if he comes into drinks.
I want to smash.
That'd be diabolical if he does do that. I hope not. I hope not. I got an impromptu family thing, so I'll have to miss some of the stream. Hopefully catch y'all later. Stream's still up? It might. If not, then you can always weirdly enough, like these things go out pretty fast on the channel, the VOD channel. So Ramens, you can come back or go to YouTube and check out the VOD to see if the VOD is up by the time like either tomorrow, if you miss it and you know, or you can't make it back, well, maybe by tomorrow the VOD will be up. Free protein. I mean, sure. I guess it'll be free protein. I don't want to think of it that way. Why is my latte so salty? I didn't order salted caramel. Oh god. But what if you did though? You wouldn't know. That is actually a fear. That is kind of because that is a thing though. That is a thing that people. There is a cookbook out there for like semen being an ingredient, which is you know pretty foul to be fair. But oh god. I don't want to think about like the method of like what can you do to like mask the taste of it. And it's like, oh, that's a whole can of worms I don't want to open. My latte has extra foam in it. Oh, speaking of foam though, I did get what's it called? It's like a hand mixer where it's like it looks like a screwdriver, but it has like a button on it where you can like mix your drinks. I got that because I don't know, spoon and protein powder did not work, or at least not as effective as I hoped. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to like get like a blender or something. But like we have a blender, but it's so big, and I'm like, that's so inconvenient. So I have to like buy a hand mixer, and I got that. Although, the protein shake, the banana cream is fine. It's very frother, yeah, frother. The protein shake is fine. It's very banana-y, but I can only like. It's getting to the point. It's like I'm halfway through it, but it's getting to the point where I'm getting sick of it because I have it every day, and but it's only like 1 cup a day. But man, it's like I should have got like banana cream and get like strawberry or something like that. Mixing the two probably would have been actually pretty nice, actually, in hindsight. So I might try that. I might get like the strawberry one. Get a shaker, water bottle. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's what they're for. I really like the hand mixer though. But the hand mixer is like or a frother. I feel like that will also help in a lot of areas too, where like if I want to do like scrambled eggs or something like that. So like in a way, it's like I'll get more use out of that. Halfway already? I mean, it looks halfway, but like I said, I've been drinking a cup a day. Yeah, shaker. Yeah, if I use the frother, only thing I have to wash is the little rod that that does the mixing. Only thing I do is like run that under water and then let it dry, and that's it. It's so much easier. You use milk? I interchange milk and water. Like if I have enough milk, I'll use milk, but if I'm low, I'm like, okay, time to use water. But I really do need to like try the other flavors though. Maybe add chocolate to it. I thought about that, and the thing is, like, I thought like, oh, do I have any hot chocolate powder around? But apparently we don't have any. I'm like, what the fuck? I figured because we have a cold snap, I thought we will have hot chocolate around, but we don't. So I have nothing to really mix it with. Unflavored protein powder can also be good because one day you can throw in a handful of berries. The next, oh yeah, I could throw fruit in it. Could try that. Ugh. But I don't know. I mean, I like it. I'm like, I need variety now. Like I need to change it up, do something, because it's just like banana for the past 2 weeks. Random, but
Doran Rab just subscribed for 11 months.
What?
Flavoring your protein, huh? It tastes good as is emo.
What? It'd say emo. If it just would have spelled it out, IMO, I would have been okay with that. But when it said emo, my ears pricked up. I was like, wait, what? Tastes as good as emo. That's for next month. I might do like an emo thing next month.
Raccoon Beans just subscribed for 10 months. Sup protein shake.
You know what?
Hype train started.
I actually don't mind that. I actually like being called protein shake. That actually
You
is kind of
feel
funny.
so hard.
Even TTS is on the ER train. We do need to get back to ER.
Doran Rab gifted 1 subscriptions to the crew.
Man, I don't know how to say that name, but
Lesbian.
if they're here, then I hope they enjoy the emotes. And ad-free viewing. National, hey. I don't know. I was saying something earlier. What was it? I forgot. Oh yeah, I was answering a question. Random, but what app do you use for your art? I use Clip Studio Paint. Which version am I using? I'm using Clip Studio Paint EX. I'm using that right now. Although at some point I'll have to switch over to maybe using Procreate. I'm really leaning hard on getting a new iPad, just so I can like do different what's the word? Not tricks. Why am I the techniques maybe? Because there's an app out there called Feather where it'll let you draw in a 3D space, and it's really good for architecture, and I really want that because like down the line I am gonna draw like a lot of environmental things, and I feel like that would be very useful. But it's only on the like you can only get it through like on the iPad, which is like insane to me. I feel like that's something that'll be helpful for like desktop, because I feel like that'll handle it better, but it's only on the iPad. I know if I try that with my current one, it'll probably blow up. So I'll I don't know. At some point I'll you know, I won't be a designated iPad artist, but I do want to make the use of you know, technology. You don't need to buy Procreate. We can do that for free. Well, it's funny you mentioned Procreate because I didn't mention it. I do have Procreate. I do have that as well, which I do need to use. I mean, it's $10, but I mean, like I paid for it. I probably should start using it though. Let's see. Actually, let's do a little bit of art before we get started on Maria from the sums. Because this is sitting here and I'm like, I need to like do something with this. So for context, this is not Titus. If you are aware of who Rusbane Bear, his birthday was yesterday. But he does have a T-Rex character. So I did draw this for him yesterday, but I didn't have a whole lot of time, so it's just a sketch.
It's getting kind of cute.
So what I'm gonna do is I'll
You got
probably
some big old titties. It's getting kind of cute.
I might have to lower all the Kenya redeems a little bit. They're all like loud to me. Okay, and lower the cute. We'll do that maybe 50%. Yeah, I'll put it there. Okay. I thought it was Rusbane. I don't know. Like
Bam! Dick and balls.
Okay, we have to lower that one. I don't know. I never really had to say his name out loud.
Bam! Dick and balls.
Nico DeBall just subscribed for 9 months.
Go.
My dear, my darling, my delightful little whipped cream filled bonbon. Our spawn hath been born. Death and living would make an existence. So Sapius DeadStrayBear hath been born. Hooray. Now we can go raw again, bring the nub here, harlot.
What the fuck? Bring that nub here, harlot. I'm still trying to. I got caught up on delightful little whipped cream filled bonbon. Like that one, like that's what like caught me, and I've not recovered from that. Well, hello, Nico. Basically the same way someone would say Russ. I suppose. But I mean, I'm sure if I say Rusbane or Rusbane, I feel like, you know, that name should still be familiar to folks. Like I would hope. But yeah, I'll quickly do like a quick like little ink here. Hold on. I didn't bring my mic close enough. I've been leaning this whole time. Hold on. Okay, that should be better. A spear can only sink in one. Wait. Oh, can only sink in once the tip plunges, so I have to put something sharp at the front. Okay, sure. I mean, does he have to worry about the lighting? I guess he probably will have to worry about the lighting. Mage grin though. Correct. But at the cost of the psychic damage. I don't think I'll ever like recover from the bonbon comment. That shit's diabolical. Oh boy, it feels weird drawing a T-Rex that's not Titus, even though like I have drawn T-Rexes in the past. Like I've drawn Tags, I've drawn Diesel, which I don't think he's like a T-Rex anymore. I think he's a zebra nowadays, but it's been a minute. Ooh, maybe that's a little bit too thick here. Oh, you'll find you'll be fine, big baby. Psychic damage is only like temporary. Sure, but still sucks either way. And trying to think. I have brain damage. You mean you're just from Florida? How are you like okay, like I assume heaters are not a thing in Florida? Yes or no? I actually never thought about it until now. Since y'all are going through your own little cold snap down there. Also, like, you know, join the club, I guess. Heaters, yeah, we have them. Okay, I don't know, because when I lived in Washington, when it got like in the summer, like things were like going to like the 80s or whatever, people were like freaking dying because it's like, well, they didn't have to have to install AC units because it's like it doesn't normally get hot up there. So when it happened, like people were like you know, not adapting well to it. So I'm like, I don't know if Florida has like, I don't think it gets cold enough for y'all to have heaters. That's the question, you know. Ugh, I have a space heater on right now. A Florida friend said they were freezing when it was like 60. Oh, 63. It's baby. It's baby numbers right there. Yeah, we need AC, so heaters are a plus. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I figure like AC is like a no-brainer for down there. Same thing in UK. Oh, that's right. Yeah, UK is another example too of you know, when it gets hot there, like it doesn't normally get hot, but when it does, like it's like it's like they're not meant to have that kind of weather. But global warming, am I right? I had some UK friends. I think there was like one summer. It's like this. It was the summer where the only way I could benchmark the blazing summer in the UK is when I saw videos of like a dude like filling his like garbage bin full of water and using it as like a pool. Like that's what all I remember. It was from a while back. And like I cement that in my mind of like, oh yeah, shit's bad if the UK people are like trying to do wherever they can to cool off because they don't have like the normal like things of what what a house would have, which would be like AC units. But yeah, I can only hope that like the wildlife in Florida is like, I don't know, because like y'all have a lot of tropical like creatures. You got pythons, you got iguanas, and I'm like, I don't think those guys are gonna adapt to the cold very well. So I hope they're okay. The crackheads as well. I hope they adapt too. if you're cold, they're cold. Let them in. Gonna have falling iguanas. I don't imagine. Man, yeah, that's a sight. Just iguana, like frozen iguanas, just dropping from the trees. It's not funny. That's actually like a. I'm chuckling at that being like, that's actually a hazard that exists, and it's a possibility of frozen iguanas falling on people. I don't know how I would process that. Yeah, you can't stay inside during heat wave. It's basically like staying in the oven. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, like that's another thing too. Like y'all's houses are built differently. Y'all are built for winter. That's another thing too. Like you're insulated to the point where like you're supposed to keep heat in, but then a heat wave happens and it's like, well, I guess I'll die. Like that's the sucky part. They have like 30-foot Bernese pythons hunting tourists. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, speaking of which, well, well, not a daily movie thing, but I watched well, it's I mean, it's part of the daily movie thing, but it was like a few days ago. I watched a movie called Komodo. I forgot what year. I want to say like maybe 1998. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Because the only thing I knew about it. Oh wait, I can't use that tab. Hold on. Komodo. And it's not an award-winning movie by any means. It's actually pretty shit. Oh, 1999. I was off by 1 year. I said 1998, but 1999. Komodo. And basically the movie is about I'll say it's about a kid and his family. They went to an island for their yearly vacation or whatever, and then they discover that there are there's like a bunch of Komodo dragons that live on the island, and they ate his parents. So there was like a psychiatrist that it's fast forward like maybe a few months, I guess, I don't know. And a psychiatrist is like, oh wow, he's not talking. Maybe if you take him back to the island, maybe he might like open up more about what happened to him, and then we can treat him. Like, you're really gonna do that? Granted, they don't know. The kid's not saying anything. He's not, and he doesn't say anything because he's afraid that people are not gonna believe him. Rightfully so. But it's like it's so funny that so many characters in that movie tell this doctor, it's like, hey, maybe that's not a good idea to take him back to to the scene of the crime. I'm doing air quotes here, of like where his parents may have like died. And she's like, no, it's fine. It will work. It's like, no. So like, when they get on the island, chaos ensues and more people die. So it's like, okay, well. But the point is, like, Komodo dragons were illegally imported onto the island, so they've just been like thriving. But there's like an oil company that's drilling into the island, so like it's kind of polluting the island. Therefore, the island is not prospering in a way that would sustain the presence of Komodo dragons, so dietary wise. So instead of eating wildlife, they're eating people. So that's why like the Komodos like ate that kid's family, and why they're like continuing to pursue like the kid and the psychiatrist. The only upside to the movie, it's incredibly dumb. It's incredibly dumb, but the only bright side is that the well, one, it's short. It's like an hour and 30. So that I appreciate. But the VFX, like the CGI, it's made by it's like done by the same people who did the visual effects for Jurassic Park, and they do look like, it's funny when like you watch like early Jurassic Park movies, like they all have that like a similar style to the dinosaurs, and the fact that the Komodo dragons had the same style to it, I'm like, huh. It was like so like visible that like I had to like look it up. I'm like, does it seem people who made yeah, and sure enough it was. So like I thought that was kind of cool. But I also had to like subvert my belief because of it's like, I don't think like obviously they're doing like whatever like monster B movie logic, because I'm like, I don't think Komodo dragons would like attack in packs, at least not that aggressively. But they're like, the only like excuse they use is like, oh, they're starving, so therefore they're like being more aggressive. I'm like, sure, I guess. Even though I don't think that's how they would operate, but whatever. But yeah, there was that. It's alright. Like if you want, it's a really like turn your brain off kind of movie. It like classic Sci-Fi Channel, like that. Like they're like that's the comfort. Like it's basically very much like something that would be on the Sci-Fi Channel. I'll say that. What else did I watch? I did watch.
He got some big old titties.
It was a Jack Nicholson movie. What's it called? Going South. There you go. Going South. I saw that. I don't know how I feel about Jack Nicholson being like
Got milk.
a cowboy. Like it's such a weird concept. Granted, it was before. I think it was before he did The Shining. But I don't know, just like I feel like he was very much like typecasted as someone who is like, you don't want this person to be associated with you. Like that's the kind of vibe I got from like very young Jack Nicholson. Like he has those kind of roles where he plays a person who you should not like. Like that's the vibe I always get from him. Oh, speaking of Jack the Red Panda, y'all know what to do.
Absolutely destroy me.
Jack, have you watched anything?
Big ass booty.
That one I forgot I had that one. I need to lower that one too. Let's put that one to 50. Sure, we'll put that one to 50. It's pretty aggressive. It's pretty aggressive. There you go. Have you ever been to Europe? I have not. I want to. I do because I had a friend who went to the UK finally. Funny enough. There you go. I said it right. Finally. He went to the UK. It was mainly for work though. I think he went to London. And I felt like not jealous because he didn't have a good time. Like he didn't have a good time over there because it was work related there. So I'm like, he probably didn't have enough time to like actually be like a tourist or whatever. But I'm like, oh man, that I would like to go to places that's rich with history. So like London is definitely one. Like I've learned a lot about like, you know, like from Edwardian to Victorian, and then like a lot of that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh man, I kind of want to go, but
Raccoon Beans just cheered 100 bits.
okay, but it's like when it happens, like whenever it's like raccoons, and I'm bracing for like whatever cursed TTS dialogue that might come out of it. So I'm like, I always pause whenever it happens. But no, I've been to like, you know, like I said, I've been to Japan, Thailand. I would love to go to Korea though. Like that'd be kind of fun. But no, I have not gone to Europe though. I do want to go to Europe at some point. That's funny enough. My entire family has gone to Europe. Like they lived in Germany, because of military. So they lived in Germany. They've been to France. They've been to Italy. But it's only when like they retired is that from the military is when they had me. So I missed out on all that shit. So like only my sister had the luxury of experiencing any of that. Meanwhile, it's like, oh, the thing I'm actually interested in, and it's like, oh, okay. It's, I'll save up for that, I guess. I don't know. Oh wait, I think he has like hairy arms, right? Oh, he does. Okay. Let's see. Just G2. I was out yesterday seeing the new Sam Raimi movie. Some help. Also random. When I was streaming today, I saw it said you followed me, B. Much appreciated. Yeah, cause I thought I was already following you, but it's like also like people stream at different times. I'm usually like already doing something and I never like show up. But I thought I was already following, but apparently not. So I had to remedy that. I think it just sends those to psych you out. Yeah, to keep me on my toes, I'm sure. Hearing the intercom when you were in high school, but nothing comes out. Oh, dude, I hate that shit. I hate it. We've had a point where they forgot to turn it off, so like we'll hear the people in the office talk. I mean, they don't really talk or anything. They're just gonna just like sit around and do whatever. But you know, there was a point where we kind of just like sit around and wait and see like, oh, are they gonna say anything? Are they gonna say anything? Any gossip? Anything? But no, nothing happens. Yeah, B, which Korea? Dealer's choice. I'll roll the dice on it. We'll see which one I go to. Lime Juggler. Hello. Long time no see. Yeah. That's a name I haven't seen in a long time. I'm trying to remember, like, because I think I remember seeing that name back when I was on, like, on Picardo.
Darsal_Saber just cheered 100 bits.
What?
Darsal, please report to the principal office. Someone's been a bad kitty.
Oh, God. Someone's been a bad little pussy. That's so bad. That left a weird taste in my mouth. Did not like that at all. But funny enough, we don't like oh wait, no, we didn't have any problems where
You
people
feel things so hard.
get called up to the office. That's right. Okay. Oh, but actually no, we had it to a point, but then the office would start calling the room, because each room in my high school, each room had a phone. So if there was something private, then they'll like call like the phone, and the teacher will have to pick it up, and then that's when like it's like either way, it's still bad, because it's like eventually the teacher will have to like say your name, be like, okay, go to the office, and then everyone's like, ooh. It's still the same way, even the intercom. So I don't know why they stopped using the intercom. Whatever, it's fine. It was like a little nitpick. At that point, just like use the intercom. Shit. The other kid's gonna find out anyway. The way you said pussy. Also, I'm here. Welcome in. Finally, we had actual snow. Are you more up north? I haven't like looked outside. Hold on, give me a second. I don't know if we got anything though. Because I was expecting something last night, but nothing happened. Let me look. Oh yeah. It's kind of hard to see. I mean, it's nighttime right now. I haven't checked. I checked earlier, but I guess it's snowing now. I can kind of tell the roof of my neighbor's house is like white, so I'm like, oh, it's mid snow. I prefer that over ice because at least it's not like a hazard. Dude, I'm pissed. My car already said 80 earlier today. What do you mean? What do you mean by 80? Like degrees? What's 80? Degrees. Wait, where are you? Wait, no, you're in California. Why are we stay out of the conversation? Us East Coasters are going through our own thing right now. I'm not in Cali. Where are you? I thought you were in Cali. I'm pretty sure you mentioned something about that because like topic of Ethan came up and you mentioned it. It's in Arizona. Oh, were you in Cali at a point though? Because you said you did film school. Yeah, you were in Cali. Okay, there you go. There you go. Got it. Cause like I'm like I could have sworn you were in California, but yeah, you were in California. It's for a trip I never lived. Oh, okay. I know you could have fooled me. Like I. Ugh. I'm also from Cali for my whole life. And I wonder, Astroblast. First time chatter. Huh. Weird, because I feel like I've seen your name before. But okay. But... Oh, no, I fucked that up. Hold on. I'm just so mysterious and elusive, apparently. Well, no, unless like unless that information about you in Arizona was in a different stream. And what I mean by that, I mean like in someone else's stream. Because we cross-pollinate, so like I don't know if information that happens like in a different stream and then it'll leak on into mine. Which I'm sure probably does happen often. Like the whole like the compass or whatever, like that whole thing. That happened like on Ethan's stream. And then gets like mentioned in here. I'm like, wait, what is that? A compass? No, I mean like well, it's more like this lime.
Debussy.
Compass. Where you get permission to come. It's that. So that's a thing. I mean, that all again, that's a thing that originated over on Ethan's stream. It's like that Dorsal is not allowed to come. And then it kind of just like bled over to here. I'm like, okay. Yeah, denial. You're not gonna come. So but I mean like it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, I might not be the main teacher, but I might be the substitute, but the same rules have to transfer over. So it's like, oh no, you can't come, even though I'm a different person, you can't come. So
Absolutely destroy me.
okay. Alright, well, that's inked. Any other, like, oh wait, did I do the freaking, no, I didn't do that yet. Okay. The substitute or the ill. Okay, we'll stick to substitute. We'll stick to substitute. The sub, yeah, the sub is like, it's to the point. The substitute would just bring up way too many questions, even for me. That brings up questions. Stop saying it. You said it. I'm reflecting your actions here. You made that a thing. No one told you to make it a thing, but you made it a thing, so you know what? I'm gonna keep saying it. So am I the am I a student in the corner that wears a dunce cap? No, you're the student that's in the back, but puts himself in the back knowing well that the teacher's gonna call on you because you're in the back. Because that's like the prime location for the teacher to like call on that student to make sure that student's like paying attention. I know the tactic. I am too familiar with that. I think most of us are probably familiar with that. Okay, let's do this instead. It's actually just a dunce cone on your dick. It is such a weird imagery. It's like I'm now I'm just imagining like, you know, how like a dog has like a cone on their head after they have like surgery and then they shouldn't like lick at the wounds, so they put the cone on them. The cone of shame. There you go. The cone of shame. That's what it's called. Fucking cone of shame. Oh no, hold on. But a cone of shame on your dick though. That's so funny. The way I had to be the first row because I had the trouble reading until I got glasses. For me, it's like I have to be in the first row to see the freaking like chalkboard because notes. Because like the penmanship that our teachers had were like fucking atrocious. It's like, y'all live like this? Y'all write like this? I mean, granted, I'm no like, I'm not good with penmanship either. I actually don't have like I don't have good handwriting, especially for notes. It's like at least to have the teacher like write well. Oh.
Mario Freeman is on board the cadaver.
Hey Mario, welcome on board. tossed you your little section of the presentation, by the way. The whole panel was about an hour and a half. I've seen the... Oh, see... I can't talk. Hour and a half, so I've got some stuff to still go through. Okay. I'll check it out later. God. Actually nervous about it. For context, guys, Nico did a little presentation about, what was it? Mental health, like being a streamer and like taking care of like mental health. So I actually like did a little like recording to add to the presentation. And you know, I'm nervous about it still because I was like, oh, I don't know how to.
It's getting kind of cute.
Well, it's also one of those things where it's like I don't know if I'm like I'm a good advocate for that. Like, I would like to think I have a good handle of my own mental health, but I mean, I had some like general stuff to share about it, but I don't know. I'm still nervous about like so. I don't know. Is this like a PSA video or a documentary? Actually, no. Nico would have more information about it. He was the one that like did it. Let's see. My guests loved the section that I brought friends up for. A few of them were artists and designers as well, so they appreciated getting to see some representation. There you go. Hey, very beautiful. Let's see. Hold on. but yeah, like, I'm happy that they got the representation they deserved, because yeah. I mean, even though I'm not, I don't know if I'm like the best rep for them, to be fair, but I don't know. It's like I said, I feel like it's it was something that, you know, it's like, hey, if I had the ability to do it, then I'll do it, you know. Like I didn't like have an excuse of not doing it. But then again, I'm like, what? Some art tips for sketching fast? Let me read that again. What? Some art tips for sketching fast? I'm gonna autocorrect that and be like, are you asking, do I want art art tips for sketching fast? Are you saying that, like, should I be giving art tips for sketching fast? Oh, what are some art tips for sketching fast? I mean, I think I've gone through that once before. I don't know if that might have been before you started doing the VODs for me. But I think in general I said that like just doing shapes help. Like if you have a general idea, thumbnailing. I mean, technically all of these are thumbnails. Like these little cells here are like little like places where I do my sketches and stuff like that. But oh yeah, I like different people have different methods. The way I work is I use shapes really. So example would be here. Let's say I want to draw an airship. start with the perspective in mind and just do shapes first, and you worry about details later. You get the actual shape out first, and then it's like, okay, airship, you think boat, so think long triangular, you know, piece. But then you're like, okay, well, you want to take it a step further, you want to do like an airship. So it's like, okay, well, what would it have? It'll have like a cockpit, or the bridge, I guess it would be a better term for it. And it's like, oh, okay, well, you said you want airship, right? So like, what would make an element of it to be an airship? Okay, so it has like fans over off to the side here, like little propellers or whatever. There'd probably be one in the back here. But it's like, okay, that seems kind of skimpy though. You just want that to be your airship? Well, it's like, okay, well, you want more? Go into history. Let's think World War II, where we have like a Zeppelin. So like maybe like give it a big ass balloon on top. So draw basically a giant football. And then have like maybe like a netting to keep the blimp part of the ship upward. Well, actually no, I mean technically this would be smaller actually. It's best to get all your inaccuracies done in the sketch phase. You don't want to deal with the inaccuracies in the fucking in the inking or coloring phase, because then you're kind of screwed at that point. Play around with perspective. So like you have the shape, but you can like tweak the shape more to be more about like, you know, what looks a little bit more right. So you have like perspective here. So front part of the ship be more like in your face, bigger. And if you want like and you can like layer stuff over, you don't have to like be perfect. Don't try to be perfect.
Big ass booty.
That's still loud. That's still so loud. I mean, it's
When
not
am I
as,
gonna get between them cheeks?
it's not as loud as it was before. That's still loud.
Big ass booty.
And just do like but I don't know, you just like playing around with shapes and get something, and then you add on top of that, you know, like it's I don't know. I don't know what to really like do here other than that, but you know, actually be a little bit more creative here and do like unconventional shapes to it. And then like once you like feel like you can be more experimental. Keep things in the shape like if you like playing around with shapes will also like help like giving volume to things, like you know, if you want like the style of like airship to have like a lot of chunky metal pieces to it, okay, well you give it these thick steel beams around and like have it be very angular, because then angular will give it the appearance of it being like chunky and sturdy. you know? Keep going further with it. I have like more like support beams here. Gives it like extra like flair to it. Maybe it's like it's more than just like big chunks of metal. Like there's a artistic liberty to it, maybe. I mean, you get the idea. It'd probably be more like this way. There you go. That's a bit better. Technically, be more like out here. There you go. And then it'll have like a big, huge like rudder in the back, along with a big ass fan. Why not go all out with it? There you go. I mean, there you go. We just made an airship. But I was gonna say, you use a lot of perspective when drawing these shapes. Yeah, I mean, I think just having the shapes in mind of what you want to do, like I said, if you want to do like the like a blimp or what's it called, Zeppelin, like shape of a general shape of football, but also like look at the football like as if like it's coming towards you, and everything else will follow suit. Same thing with the actual ship part. You know, think rectangle, but also rectangle with extra bits to it. You know, that sort of thing. I don't know. I'm not. Ain't no Bob Ross. I don't know what I'm doing. So, I mean, that's the best I can do there. You know. Oh, did my? Okay. I thought my playlist ended. I'm like, wait, no. Got like 39 videos to it. Oh, hey, Jacob Spencer. And Drazo, first time chatter. How do you balance not perfecting lines, but also making it accurate? It looks like you're going over your OG sketch and adding more details to it. Yeah, that is the process because of, I would say, first time around, don't aim for perfection. Like, once you see like what you have already, and then if you're like, okay, this is good, let's try to make it better, and then you go in with the more like, you know, you want to narrow things down. Don't aim for perfection, go for like narrowing it down, if that makes more sense. Like, it'll be more helpful to you in the long run because of like when it comes to inking, then it's like, you know, you take a lot of the guesswork out of inking. You want the inking to be like as smooth as possible. You want the sketch phase of things to be your building block. And that's sort of how you should look at it, is like sketching is like you're building on top of it. That's, you know, even though I'm going over things I've already sketched out, but I'm also building stuff like on top. You know, if that makes sense. So like right now, like I have these lines here, but I can actually add more to it to be like, okay, these are like ribbings to ensure the structure of the balloon, you know, because they were there before, but like let's give them meaning. And then, oof, that's like a really big pin, but do that. another thing too is like the benefit of like having like pen.
Float frog is on board the cadaver.
Float frog. Hey there, welcome on board. I'm giving a little art lesson real quick. Hold on. I think what was I saying? Oh yeah, having a good brush that can like give you like a variety of volume also helps, because it kind of like, again, it takes out the guesswork. I'm like, okay, you look at that and be like, okay, yeah, it's you know, the thicker line could be like, can appear to be like shadow. That way you know, like, oh, okay, that's another steel beam that's going across the edge, the lining of the balloon here. And then this netting here, we do need that. Well, it's not really netting actually. Like a tarp. Then finish off the balloon. Keep these metal ribs going across it. And then when you're content with that, actually I'm not even content with this, but you know, I'm like I focus too much, and that's like again, that's like more so like in the inking process of things, I think. Actually, that's an idea where it's like not complete, but you have that there. Ooh, then you have the fan going. Okay, there you go. That's an idea. I like that. But yeah, and that's the general way of thinking of it. Just like think of it as like you're building on top of something. You know? Like if you're going over your lines a lot, it's fine because you're building on top of what you've established. And you're making it more clear on like yourself here. So when you, like I said, when you do go into ink your work, it's easier. Actually, I kind of like the idea of it like hooking out. Kind of adds more of a, gives it more of an edge there. And then do that. Actually, no, it'll be the other way around. There you go. And if you want, you add like big ass bolts to it to give it more of like that steel look. And that's work on the big fans here. So I'd go ahead and make them bigger, because why not? Have like sheets here. There's some implication of bolts here. Yeah, like a little bit of indication of like stuff in the actual fans, and then we'll work on this part. Boop, boop. That. then boop. Boop, boop. Like, we don't have to, like... I don't know. This is where it gets, like, you can be, like, creative as you want. You want to, like, try something. Be risky with it. This is your experimental phase here. Where you kind of, like, throw spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks, but... And sometimes, like, you don't have to go with the idea you initially thought. Like, sometimes it would be like, oh, it's like, I kind of like that more. Then you just go with that. And then keep the same flow, doing like little bolts, stuff like that. And whatever connective tissue you have left, and that's pretty much it. After that, you just kind of like do whatever. So all kinds of bullshittery like shading. Oh, hold on. Shading. And then lighting. Use that color. Oh geez, that's actually really bright. And there you go, it's a little bit better. So like a lot of it is just like not worrying too much about like getting it right the first time, just like having it the general idea of what you want is all you need, and you kind of just like let that drive like what you want later on. And also like use all kinds of brushes. Like I just used like maybe 3 different brushes just then. Use whatever you get, tools you have to help craft and shape what you're trying to achieve here. And then like it'll all come together later on. And then at this point you're good to go to just ink. Ink, and then use the the shading and the highlights to guide you when it comes to like coloring and stuff like that, because then you can color accordingly. I did have a question about how you translate what's in your mind into drawing. Being able to sketch an object or person at any angle, I guess that comes from practice. Yeah, you have to narrow that down from practice. Like I said, that's something I learned from college, was that very thing. A lot of still life like that would probably be like the thing. It's like you don't think, I don't need to draw fruit, but in a way you kind of do, because then like knowing how something is supposed to look like in real life helps you translate whenever it comes to like making something that doesn't exist, so once you like get a handle of drawing still life, when I say still life, I mean like just looking at something, an object in your room, outside, like a tree or something that's sitting on your cabinet. Just looking at that and being like, let me try to draw that, and then that kind of like, because like the visual's already there, but in a way it kind of programs your brain to being like, this is how an object should look like from this angle, from this lighting, etc. From my experience, I'd say that case, once you spend a lot of time drawing the same things, It's just muscle memory. That's why when you're stop drawing for a time, it's harder to come back to. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, you have to keep going. You have to keep drawing. Because if you do stop, you'll get rusty. So like drawing something a day, it won't hurt. And don't try to strive through to make a big ass project or anything. Like, if you want to draw an apple, just draw an apple. Like I said, it's still like doing still life will definitely help in that regard. I didn't know you teach art in your streams. That's so cool. I normally don't. Like, I normally don't. Someone asked me a question, I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like, I mean, like, this is like my process, and then I end up drawing a whole ass airship. But vibe though, like, the only art experience I've had was doing watercolor landscapes, and then back in June I started learning digital art. The amount of times I find myself using knowledge I didn't know I had is crazy, but I know it's all just visualization and imagery. Yeah, once you lock in like how things supposed to look, like when that's like something to develop when you're an artist, is like you look at things differently rather than just like saying like, oh, apple. You look at things and you're like, I like the lighting that's bouncing off of the skin of the apple. You know, then you're there, and then you can like download that information and apply it on paper or on a canvas or on a screen in my case. But I mean, that's the most I can really say. I'm trying to do a better job than what my own teacher did, because my art teacher in college was not the best. There was a point where like she gave us an assignment where you had to like draw an eye, and like I thought I knew what she was going for, what she wanted us to do, and then we all like turned in our assignment and we put it on the wall, and she looked at all of us and being like, what the fuck did y'all do? I'm like, we drew an eye. It's what we did, what you said. But apparently she meant like she wanted us to look in the mirror and draw our own eyes. And it's like, okay, well, you first of all, you didn't say that, but also it's like a really big reaction, because like I think most of us drew eyes pretty well. Like, I thought we did pretty good. Whether if it was our own, then like I don't know like how else to translate that. But I don't know, my teacher was trying to be like too deep about it, and it didn't translate well when it came to like instructing us on what to do. And I'm like, okay, you're doing way too much. Just give us a general assignment and not make it deep, because it's also mixed. We have mixed ages in our college. We had like people who would be old enough to be our parent, and we have people who just came from high school. So it's like you need to keep it bare bones and like not try to go like fancy dancy with it. Just like give us an assignment and just accept whatever we turned in. But maybe she meant draw your eye in an anime style. That's why y'all all failed. Shake my head. If she was young enough to, I don't know. She felt like someone who would not know anything about anime. And funny enough, no one did anime eyes. So like, I felt like we were winning. Drawing characters or complex seems a lot harder. That's a lot of different shapes, angles, even in the drawing, like when you're sketching a character on stream. That's true. That's when figure drawing comes into play. So figure drawing is, well, in college we learned how to do contour lining first. So contour lining is when you just draw something without picking up the pen or pencil. I'll use that color right here. And then and like this would also help with getting a general feel of a form. So let's say, okay, right now I'm currently looking at Here, I'll look at my character. I have another tab where I have a B open. So let's say I want to draw him in the pose of being like he's like lounging down. So like what I'll do is like I'll try to mimic the form of what he's in the position he's in right now. And what I mean by the picture of B, I'm talking about the one where in my ref sheet on my, if you go to my Blue Sky profile, like I have a ref sheet that's like right there. So I'm using that as my reference right now. And notice I'm like, it's all continuous squiggles, sure, but I'm not picking up the pencil. Right now, I just want to get his form down. And that's basically like what you should be doing. Don't try to go for details. Don't try to go for, because again, the mission is to like ensure that you have not picked up your pen or pencil. And here, I'll do it in a different like pen here. It's like more visible. There you go. Or actually, let me draw something else. Let me draw like someone standing. Again, continuing to look at my my ref sheet. There's like a little fox dude that's like cowering because there's a section where I'm towering over him. What you want to do is just go for the shapes. Don't go for anything specific. And is it messy? It is, but I was taught that like, if it's messy, then that's fine. The goal is for you to understand like the shapes of what's happening, of what this model is doing. For us, we did have an actual model. And like that's something you can also like look into as well. Like, obviously, if you have a buddy who's like down to just stand in front of you while you draw, that's pretty cool if you can. But figure drawing or contour lines, drawing with contour lines would help like build the visual of that, because like I said, like it's still shapes at the end of the day. Like I'm drawing shapes here, but they're more curved. But you get the idea of like how those shapes like connect, like I'm drawing someone walking right now. You get the idea of like, and sometimes people make their whole art style just based off this shit, which is like, crazy to think about, but I think doing contour lines and just making something solely by doing that might help. I'm not an art student, so I'm not familiar with this. You do it very fast. And that's habit. That's habit. And I'm not an art teacher, so I can only like try my best with doing that. But I'm also telling you, like, you don't need to go to art school. What you can also do is like, YouTube would also often have, videos, or so many videos of like how to sketch faster, or how to, paint faster, or how to shade faster. Like there are a number of vast amount of videos you can watch. And I bring that up because, again, what might work for me might not work for you. So if you do find, if you explore, there might be a method that might be tailored more to your taste, so to your own speed as well. That's why I'm like not an advocate for college, especially for arts, because it's like you're only being taught whatever by one person, but you're only being taught that one thing by that one person, and what might work for that person, for that teacher, might not work for you. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, I'm not a teacher, but there are resources out there that could help you more than I can. how do you practice now that you're out of school? I continue to, I continue to draw, but instead of watching video, I mean, I do have some videos like, saved up, and a lot of it is mainly like tips and tricks and how to do this in Clip Studio Paint. Like a lot of it is like, hardware based. But when it comes to like, like this, it's like, well, I lurk around. I go around, go to ArtStation, Pinterest. Make sure you turn off the AI filter, or turn off the AI, like, because apparently at Pinterest you can like turn off AI so you can just see actual like art. Some stuff still slips through, but it's like less egregious than what it was before. But generally just like exposing yourself to different kind of art and being like, let me look at that, let me learn from that. And then if there are people who upload their videos of them doing like speed sketches where it's like, they recorded their own sketching process, and then you just watch that, obviously like slow down the speed so that way you can see every step that they took. And then that would also help being like, I never thought of drawing in that way. And then, you can like apply that to your own. But I mean, that's also the beauty of, again, the internet, where you can like watch stuff and see, I mean, I try not to do it anymore. I used to do it really, really hard back in the day, where I'm like, oh, there's an artist that I really like, let me like emulate them. And emulation is a form of flattery. It's like, that means you really do like that person's art style, but it also means that you're kind of like not really, like, you're taking methods from them, but rather than applying it, you're essentially copying their own shit. Like, whether it be style or whatever. There's also, oh wait, hold on, I'm getting a knock at the door. Give me a moment.
When am I gonna get between them cheeks?
Lesbians.
Big ass booty. I want to smash. I want to smash.
Got milk?
Okay, back. I forgot what I was even talking about.
Come and mop up, boys.
Yeah, I was giving some kind of art tip. I don't remember what it was now. Art styles, okay. Man, it's okay to study someone's art style, but some people just want to be haps or null ghost copycats and have like, you have enough of those. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, okay, I remember now. Yeah, like, study someone's style, but don't carbon copy what they do. It's like, for me, like I said, I would say home in on a technique that they do and apply it to your own. However, developing a style, that's gonna be a process, because it took me a while to figure out my own style as well. But even then, it constantly changes. Like, I don't draw the same way I draw back in high school. Like, I mean, sure, there might be like some like characteristics that like did carry over. Like, here, I'll bring up some old art in a minute. Like, maybe a few things carry over, like maybe how I draw eyes. Maybe, hold on, let's let's find out together, like, what carried over to, from back then to now. Let's get, Oh god, I hate looking at my old art though. I really do hate it. Okay. Let's do this one here. Let's do that. And then what can I pull up that is relatively recent? Let's do Blaine. Let's do Blaine. Where's Blaine? Blaine is over here. Okay. So, like,
I want to smash.
I guess the way I do. No, I mean, maybe how I do hair. I think that's still the same. I think like how I do hair is the same. I think that carried over. And ear piercings that kind of carried over as well. I think piercings in general. Teeth, I want to say like that's different. I feel like I do better with my teeth now. Yeah, I'm more angular. I think that's another thing too. I'm more angular. I think back then I really tried to do a lot of curviness to my art. But I feel like now I'm more angular than I was before. Yeah, no,
It's good shit.
It is good shit, but you know, more to my point, like things are gonna like change over time. So, like, if you feel like, oh man, I haven't like developed my style, I'm like, my only advice is like keep drawing. You'll eventually get there, but even then, you don't try to be satisfied that you have a style, because like that style would change
Lesbians.
over time anyway. The line is more bulky. Yeah, I think I developed more of a using chunkier lines than I do like thinner lines, because I feel like thin lines kind of feel a little overwhelming. Because like then when you use like thinner lines, you end up doing a lot of detailing, like in the interior, which is like, you don't really need that much detail. I feel like the thick lines kind of like do the detailing for you. I feel like let the details show in like the highlights or the shadows. You don't have to like draw every detail, is what I've learned. Yeah, the shape language of the hair looks similar though. Yeah, apparently I didn't outgrow that. Is there more line variety in the newer one? Yeah. Dude, I'm trying to work on that. I love angular styles, but then I start drawing and then everything turns into a curve subconsciously. Yeah, I think, I mean, what helped for me to get more angular is the kind of brushes I use too. Like if you, like, I know back then, here, I just use whatever default rounded brush that's like on a paint tool Sci, if y'all remember that program from forever ago. I know there's like a sequel out there to it, but this is like the old school one here. Paint tool Sci. A lot of their brushes are rounded, and I just used the rounded brush or whatever they had default. But Blaine being an example, or actually what I did with the what I did here. The brush I use, let's see, let me go back to the proper sketch layer for it. Where's it at? Nope. Okay, here we go. The brush I do a lot of my inking with have like a they have like it has like a sharp like end to it, like it kind of just cuts off, you know what I mean? Like it's a you know. And I feel like that helps with making your angles. I feel like example would be, I want to draw a box, like I can do that, but you also have to get in the habit of like rotating the canvas a lot to get that that perfect angle. I feel. Hold on, I took my glove off. I need to put it back on because I'm not drawing well enough here. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Yeah, I feel like you get that more, like a better handling of shapes. Like if you want to be more angular, I feel like you have to have like a brush that does angles pretty well. Is, you know, for me, how I found how I could pull that off. Rather than using like a simple rounded brush, like, you know, it's like not much you could really do with it. When you have a rounded brush, it kind of like subconsciously it makes you think like, oh, let's be curvy with it, and you can never really pull off like the perfect angled look. You see what I mean? Yeah, I think I got used to like my tools, and it's a fear of changing stuff around. But I need to focus on thicker lines to get more defined shapes. Yeah, exactly. You gotta move away from the thin. I mean, obviously, like keep the thin brushes around for like variation, like on, you know, for hair and stuff like that, or other details. But when it comes to like getting the actual like figure down, I feel like having thinner or thicker inking lines help build the character faster, in my opinion. But that is just me. That is just me. Another thing you could do, like if you are afraid of like changing up stuff, let's say you do want to use your default circular brush, right? What you can do is be subtractive with it. So having your eraser tool like on deck, and yeah, actually no, better term, be additive and subtractive. So if you want to, like, is it more work? It kind of is, but you have more control over what you want though, where you kind of erase and make the line or that you want, you know, build on it, but also like subtract. You know what I mean? And then let's keep adding to that. But I don't like that curve right there, so I'm gonna make it sharp by erasing. And like I said, it's more work, sure. But like I said, I feel like you have more control over it. So you have options there. You have options. Already do that a lot, yeah. But I think since I work with such like thin lines, it gets lost a lot of the time. Yeah, so like try that, like, you know, that technique, but with thicker lines. Like just try that and see how that feels. The thin and thick parts and all the favorite part of your style. Oh, I do that too. Yeah, apparently people already do that. But you know, well, like I said, like for me, I just start off by using a very angular brush, and then that helps like cut the fat off of doing the whole erasing and all that. I mean, from time to time I do go in with the erasing method, but not so much nowadays. Once I like find a brush that does it. But all right, I'll give that a save, and I'll throw all that over to Rusbane later on. He said he wants to color it, so I'll let him do that. That save. I end up somehow developing a lineless style, and I'm grateful for that, but like I'm scared to eventually have to learn lines, so I'm delaying. You're gonna have to pull the band-aid off at some point, Nico. I mean, hats off to you. You can pull off the lineless look. I can't do that. I for sure cannot do that. But you know, I envy the people who can. That's for sure. Like, I need lines. I need it. But yeah. Okay. Well, that's done. To be fair, I didn't plan to draw it, you know, for this long. To be honest, how long have I been going for? I think hour and 40. Okay. Dude, lineless is so cool. I can't do that shit. I know. I wish I knew how to do it. Okay. Well, we got a little bit of art in. Y'all got to look at a big chunky Rex. You know, it's not mine. It's technically like Rusbane's, but you know, you got to see a big chunky Rex. So you got something. I think our girl is Skylife. I remember seeing a couple videos back in a few weeks back. Hold on. Skylife. We can do Skylife. Let's see. Yeah, okay. We got two videos. We got how to portal your highest timeline, and then ayahuasca will not change your life. I'm kind of interested in that one, but let's knock this out. Like gonna need a calm of me covering in honey and bee coming to eat me. That's certainly.
You're about to portal into.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. The lips. All right. Here we go.
We are about to portal into a new year.
A portal is a gateway into a new reality. There's a lot of collective energy around the portal of a new year.
The person that I am, it's completely different than who I once was because of all of this.
Hold on. The audio mixing. Like the music's really loud, but I can't hear her.
We have the capability to rewire our brain.
We're about to step into a big night of celebration.
Oh boy. Okay, we're in Costa Rica.
It is New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2025, and today is a portal day because we are about to portal into a new year. 2026 is upon us.
Is that what we're gonna call it? Or is that what we're gonna call it from now on? Every time it's New Year's Eve, it's like we're calling it Portal Day. Sure.
And I have just portaled into one of my favorite places in the entire world, Costa Rica. I adore this place. Okay. This is where I host my annual retreat, Awaken the Dream, which is coming up in a few days.
That's the highest I have it. She's just really talking very low for some reason. I don't know why. That's why I put subtitles on, because I could barely hear her.
But today is all about really walking into this new year with clarity and intention, and to use this opportunity to portal into a new timeline. And that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So I'm here at Awake, which is a beautiful intentional community that I have visited several times in the past. I'm so excited to bring you on this journey today to show you what's going on here at Awake, what kind of people are being attracted here, what the frequency is like, what kind of workshops we're going to be getting into, and what this New Year's portal, this threshold of walking from 2025 into 2026, what it's like here at Awake, a community and intentional space that's being curated and designed to really support people in this process, and to do so as a community, to come together as a soul fam and to really expand into this new year.
I can smell this image. Now, I like a few scents here and there, but I'm just saying that, like, I can smell it smells like BO and vitamins, like, and maybe a little bit of dirt, because you know the like there's just like dirt underneath them right there. So I'm like, Stares at Nico. Hey. Hey. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't point you out. You pointed yourself out.
So hard.
Together. So right now I'm on my way to a workshop that is, I think it was called Liminal Dance or
Bro,
something,
you
and it's
lost.
all about releasing this past year through movement. And I feel like this is really important before we portal into a new timeline, before we really claim a new intention. It's so important to do the work to actually release and to make space for that and to clear energetically from my body anything that's no longer serving us. And that is a really important part of walking into this new year, is that I take some time to really like energetically release. Let's go.
A liminal space is a transitional moment that we don't stay there. We just go through it, and it is completely necessary to go through it. But as I was saying, we usually forget about it or avoid it because it can be considered as a void, and the ego doesn't like.
Did I miss any further development with Maria from this? A lot of it is just like a repeat. Like it's a lot of it's just back and forth where it's like Maria is still like fawning over Luis, and then Luis being like, maybe do I love her? But also like he like I think he's still like playing a game with her, but it's so hard to tell now. And now he's like teaching her stuff. We don't know what he's teaching her. Like I guess teaching her the alphabet, how to like balance a book on her head, but it's like I don't know. We think maybe he might be teaching her the wrong things, and maybe later on she'll like do said things and make a fool out of herself, be like, well, this is what I've been taught. Like that's what I think. But the show's really good at making me proving like us wrong on a lot of assumptions. So I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, the sister clock was going on, but also sister might have the hots for like one of Maria's old like junkyard buddies. Apparently, God. So it's like you're not missing much, but I also don't know how much you were gone. So
Like to dwell in the voice because it always is feeding from every other identification we take on. Get dirty, get muddy, get wild, get primal.
ew. The music is not matching the vibe that's in this room, though. The music doesn't have this vibe. It's okay.
That dance workshop was absolutely incredible, and it's really similar to a process that I guide everyone through at Awaken to Dream. Day one of the retreat is about releasing and clearing what we need to let go of, any limiting beliefs, any stagnant energy, anything that's been in our system that we're ready to clear. A huge part of releasing and clearing space is to release limiting beliefs. Some limiting beliefs might be very easy for us to let go of and to just drop and say, I'm done with that. Other limiting beliefs might be here to teach us something, and they might be with us for a little bit longer. So the first step in walking through a portal is...
How come when I heard releasing, I knew like Darcel did pop up in my head, but I'm like, nah, surely like. But then, yeah, then you had to say something in chat, Darcel.
To a new timeline is to let go of and drop any of the limiting beliefs you don't want to bring into the new timeline. And the body is what holds on to these types of beliefs in a subconscious way that we're not always aware of from the level of the mind. So we have to go beyond the mind, and that's why.
Okay, there was a point where I was on board. Okay. There was a point, and now she completely lost me. So, okay, I agree with the point of like, yeah, okay, new year, new me, shake off the old shit, go into the new year with like, fresh, clean slate, whatever. But then she goes off about this. I don't know what she's going with this part though.
We're not always aware of from the level of the mind. So we have to go beyond the mind. And that's why that practice of the movement and the shaking and the screaming and the releasing works, because you're unearthing whatever is stuck inside your body that needs to come out. And sometimes you can't even understand what those things are, and it's happening on an energetic level. So after that big release, I let go of so much, and I am here at the river
just dancing,
now,
though.
ready to get into this water and to fully purify and cleanse my body with this sacred water. And then I'm going to be journaling and channeling and preparing myself for Awaken the Dream that's coming up in a few days, where I'm going to be actually hosting and guiding a group through this process.
The same thing from Edging and the Coming. To be fair, this is a vibe though. Like, this is a vibe. Like, I mean, like, wouldn't this be pretty cool? Mine is a whole like sacred water thing. Like, hell, I don't care where the water is from or if it's sacred or like this feels like this would be nice. Like, I hate how conflicted I am about this stuff, because like honestly I don't buy any of it. However, I like the aesthetic of it, and also Amlik, why would you would pop in while I have a naked white chick on my stream right now. Okay, whatever, fine. Leave. Yeah, zenning out by a river would be a good day, like, for real. But yeah, it's just like the, when you go like to the point where like she's like, like clear out your brain waves, and it's like, okay, well, like oh man, like I said, it's very conflicting.
So we are now portaling from daytime into nighttime as the sun goes down, and I hear a lot of commotion out there, a lot of drumming, singing, celebration.
That's true.
So we're gonna go see what's going on right now and what the vibes are like out here, and then we're about to step into a big night of celebration, and right now is really time to get clear on what frequency and energy I am ready to portal into 2026 with, and to fully call that in, embody that, and
you can't just call every transition portaling. Yeah, the fuck we can. We're portaling into this new scene here.
Can you tell me about your hat?
That's a look. That's a strong look.
And why did you decide to...
Is that the sorting hat from Harry? It doesn't look like the sorting hat for Harry Potter though. Oh wow, you have your own red light therapy device? That's awesome. I mean, yeah, I mean, to be fair, it kind of matches the vibe though of what we're watching here. I can smell him from here. Oh god.
Put it on your head today?
Because it's connected to magic realm, and it's bringing magic to my crown, and it's vibrating in my bones, so I can share magic and love with others.
And what do you know about the portal of going into this new year?
What I feel I know is that the fear can be our fuel, and let that fear be our rocket fuel to launch us into the thing that we've been resisting, that we really want the most, and speak it into existence.
He's I want what he's having.
Let that fear activate our hearts so we can really, really have what we truly want.
Vibe Tribe. This is Drew, and
Hi,
can you
Drew.
share your official title here at Awake?
Ooh, I just call myself a steward. It's been 6.5 years of like building and holding the space together and calling in community and soul family.
I would love to hear like what you're bringing in and how you use the energy of walking through this portal and this threshold to really create a new timeline.
New beginnings, really, and a reconnection to the true.
Lime Juggler, just do an edible and you'll be there. Like you'll I mean, even though if you're, it won't make it comprehensible, but you'll understand to a degree, I feel.
Highest excitement of my heart and what I want to create, more creation actually, and also just beaming love out of my eyeballs. I just really want everyone who steps foot on this property or into my life or circle to just feel unconditionally loved.
Okay.
And I just want to meet them wherever they are and just love them where they are.
Would you beam some love into this lens, into the people watching in the Vibe Tribe that will receive it?
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, thank you for being you. I love you. Blessings in this new year.
Okay. Ass.
So for this New Year's Eve portal adventure, we have some friends who wanted to
Monkey.
join, and they are very excited to go and dance and play and drink cacao, and their names are Banjo and Bonsai. And they are two monkeys in their homeland ready to portal with us tonight. So they're coming along for the journey tonight.
Homeland, is that what we're calling your boobs? That you have a monkey conveniently tucked in between?
Are you ready to monkey around tonight? Are you ready to
Oh no.
do a little ooh ooh ah ah? First, we are going to go see our friends. Our besties are going to meet our other besties over at the Quantum Cacao Bar, where my dear friend Andrew Seven Sealy is serving up some cacao. And I think Banjo and Bonsai want to have a little cacao too.
For cacao?
We came for cacao and we brought friends. This is Banjo and this is Bonsai, but they're also known as Bongo and Bingo, or Blinky and Winky, or Tinky and Dinky.
I got multiple names for it.
The real question is, have they ever tried cacao?
This is their first experience.
Your first Oh, well, we have to have a piece of cacao.
Look at how excited they are.
They grew up in America. They don't know. This is their first time.
Monkeys in America? American monkeys?
American
Oh my
monkeys.
goodness. Wow. What you do is you just take the time to just make a little line all the way around.
They're very excited. It's happening now.
Okay. Well, here we go. So these guys have never tried. Oh my goodness. Straight in the dough. Straight in there.
If you drop it, I'm gonna scream.
So this cacao comes from an heirloom cacao regenerative farm here in Costa Rica in a place called San Vito. And this is one of the best superfoods known to mankind. If you can see how purple it is, it's because not only does it have polyphenols, but it also has anandamide and theobroma. The actual genus is called theobroma, which means the food of the gods. So that uplifting feeling that you're gonna have is literally associated to what creates not only stem cell growth in your body, but also increases your circulation.
Nico, hey Nico, if you're still here. Nico, if I visit you, would you hook me up with some cacao? He's selling me on it. I'm kind of curious. It's not the first time I've heard about it though, but I'm kind of curious. I'm like, can I? I don't know. Like, I'm interested.
And has been known to be one of the best prebiotics for your gut microbiome.
Okay, the vine booms are you don't need to add the vine booms. Did her edible just hit? Sigh. Yeah, I got you.
I'm just saying, cacao's pretty incredible.
Do you make any of the drinks like with the raw cacao?
We do make the drinks with the raw cacao. If you want a raw cacao smoothie, which we call the quantum shake.
I think that
quantum shake.
Banjo and Bonsai would like to try
the quantum shake?
Yeah.
Or do you want a quantum monkey, which will have banana too?
Definitely that one.
Okay, quantum monkey for these two.
Yeah.
Actually, for these three. Okay, it's coming up. This is 100% cacao.
That's the stuff right
happening
there.
Right now. guys, get out of there. What do you think you're doing? Touching up all the beans?
Those monkeys are getting a little rascal.
This is your cacao monkey smoothie.
Ooh.
It's got some actual cacao beans in it.
The monkey's How does the monkey like the cacao?
Really likes it. Cacao. Warm and cool.
If you were to share advice on how to set intention with
100% is
cacao and
diabolical.
encode cacao, what would you share?
I would have to say that the best way to set intention with cacao is really to hold it to your heart and allow your heart to connect to the essence of the feminine truth that brings you back to the wisdom of your intrinsic youth, the happiness, the joy, and the bliss that brings you to opportunities of magic just like this. And then put a deep inhale and a deep exhale right into your cup.
What the fuck did he say? Hold on. He said a lot, but I didn't understand anything he just said. Hold on. I mean, do I even care? But I also, I'm like, he's saying things, and I don't know if I want to understand, but I just want to know like if I could comprehend what he just said.
Set intention with cacao.
What would you share?
I would have to say that the best way to set intention with cacao is really to hold it to your heart and allow your heart to connect to the essence of the feminine truth that brings you back to the wisdom of your intrinsic youth, the happiness, the joy, and the bliss that brings you to opportunities of magic just like this. And then put a deep inhale and a deep exhale right into your cup. Take your time, sip it right up.
Okay. If you take antidepressants, get off them for a week beforehand. Theobromine can interact negatively with antidepressants and cause serotonin syndrome. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, like, then I should be good then.
I believe that this year,
would it be like, is it hella bitter? I imagine they'd probably add more to it though. I don't know what they'd add to it. Oh man, I'm curious.
Holds all of the beauty that you have been holding in your heart. It's ready for you. And I'm so grateful that we get to call this in together tonight with so many dear friends and amazing people.
We are so blessed. There are so many situations, circumstances happening right here, right now, around the world.
This shit gets me mad though. Cacao ceremonies were rather sacred to my lineage and ancestry, so this stuff kind of like acid reflux. Oh yeah, no, I believe it. Like it's all. I don't say it's like. No, I think performative is a fitting word for this very moment. I mean, the fact that it's just like a bunch of white people doing it, like that's the thing. I'm feeling so blessed right now. Who the fuck is this? Who is you? We're gonna start banging right there. I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. The cameraman. They need to put an H in it. The star beings.
Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for protecting us. For guiding us. We open ourselves to remember to look for the signs. To listen to the subtleties. To pay attention to the life forces within ourselves.
Alright.
Making sure that that positivity always wins just enough.
Okay. Can we do this on New Year's next time? You know, you mean Portal Day.
We are already there, more than we know. Let's be with each other, be with one another. We are already there, more than we know. And we can trust each other.
What about Lunar Portal Day? To be fair, I'm gonna be so bored. If all you do is just hang around and sing all day, I don't know. I need to do something. I mean, I'm sure dancing is involved. Like, yeah, it's just church. Yeah. Not be about, you know, Christ or anything, but it's like you're around singing hymns and all that. Oh God. You're a little flat. Rock.
Before we begin this channel, I'm activating my voice with this sweet nectar of oil. Activating.
What kind of oil?
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
Cow.
The sacred cow are here for the channel. They have messages to share.
Yeah, they're here strictly for your channel, Sky. Okay.
I love cows a lot because my last name is Cowens. So people growing up would call me Sky Cow.
You encoder comes in.
Beautiful creatures. We made it, y'all, to 2026. We are here. The potency of the New Year's portal has been fully activated here, and I am feeling so excited to step into this new year on this frequency, on this vibe. And now that we are in 2026, this is really the opportunity to practice embodying what you have chosen. When you walk through a portal and you choose a new timeline, at first, when you walk back into...
Hold on, I'm trying... It's... Again, there's a point where I'm like, I'm understanding what she's saying, but then like she says something that throws me off, and I completely... Hold on. Bear with me here. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
We are in 2026.
You're in 2026,
This
right?
is really the opportunity to practice embodying
Practice
what
embodying
you have
what you
chosen.
have chosen.
When you
But what does that mean? Chosen what? Like, what
walk
does that
through
mean?
a portal and you choose a new timeline,
You choose a new timeline. But it's like, I'm not am I actually choosing it? I'm moving through it, but I'm not choosing it. I choose money. I want to embody money. Yeah, what were the choices again? I missed that QuickTime event. I don't want this timeline. Yeah, that's fair. Have you ever had a dream that you had and you that
First, when you walk back into your normal reality, there may be times where you are being
Wait, you walk into back into your normal reality. There may be a time. Okay, hold on.
sucked back into the old story. And so it is now your practice to embody the new.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting that part, which is like, you want to move like my way of trying to translate what she just said is like, you want to like, keep moving forward, but there are times where you do like fall back into old ways. Okay, I think is what she said.
And that is what I'm going to be doing here in this path into 2026, is really noticing any time that I want to be sucked back in to the old timeline. And when I have things come up within me that I've said I've let go of, just being patient with myself and non-judgmental and understanding, and simply bringing awareness to it, so that I then can, in that moment, choose a new way. That awareness is where it all shifts. And that awareness is the liminal space. And so
okay. 95% accurate be good shit. We'll have you go into a festival in no time.
that is why the practices of stillness and yoga, meditation, and being in presence, that's why these practices are so effective and important, because it strengthens our muscle of awareness so that we can bring awareness into exactly what's happening within us, and then we have more of an opportunity to choose our reality.
Well, okay. Again, I was on board, and then she's like, choose your reality. It's like, okay, well, I think what she was trying to say is that once you are aware of like how you function, then you know areas of like what to improve, I think is what I gathered from that.
In our way of being. And it's really in the way of being, in the embodiment, that we step into a new timeline. And then we see that timeline emerge. And in this new timeline, as you walk through this portal into your new reality, it is now up to you to choose how you see reality. So a situation that maybe your old self wanted to see a certain way and would trigger you and make you feel a certain way, now this new version of you, that is the new version of you in this new timeline, no longer is triggered by that.
Okay. She's saying a lot just to say that like anything like you gotta like, again, it's like the whole moving forward thing where it's like you gotta grow from that. Things that should not be bothering you, like, or things that would bother you in the past should not bother you, whatever. I think is what I'm trying to get here. I'm trying.
No longer sees it that way. You get to see it from a new perspective. You get to see that everything that's around us in this mirror is.
So the version of myself in the timeline is a little snowflake. Well, I mean, like from what I could tell, it's like, okay, let's say example would be last year you broke up with your ex, and you know, in the following year you see your ex again with a whole new chick, and it's like you shouldn't be bothered by that. Like, hey, he's living his own life, you're doing yours, you do you, he's doing him. Like, rather than being upset you see him, or being upset that like he's with another chick. Like, that's what I think is what Sky is trying to get at here. Like that feeling of like, not falling into like old well, I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out.
It's really an opportunity for highest growth. And so this is also
funny you say that. I broke up with my ex 2 years ago. Now he's engaged. I just simply pulled out whatever like common thing we would be upset about. I didn't know. I mean, hey, but I mean, like, there you go. Yeah, he moved on, I guess. But and it's not, maybe you have as well, and like that's the mindset to like go into, I suppose. Like, yeah, let bygones be bygones. Like, if they're doing another thing, you're doing yours. You're growing, you're thriving, and that's again. I'm making it more clear than what Sky is doing. I feel like I think she's saying a lot, but I think there's a simple way of doing it.
Nico Deball just cheered 100 bits.
Yeah?
The timeline where B goes to the Cacao Festival.
Oh no.
He's at the bar behind this chubby hairy dude trying to summon any knowledge or courage enough to pilot a decent conversation. But then this chubby guy comes over and is like, yo, I know what that look means. I got exactly the thing to help you, buddy. He opens his robe. B stares. You know DMT is? And then 6 hours later Nico gets a DM that just says Nico help and it's just a picture of B Standal. Nico cries. I'm so proud.
The fact that that might actually happen, though. Why would you create a scenario of like what I might actually do? You give me a big, huge like bear guy offering DMT. I probably might do it. Like I to set intention B. Oh, all right.
So a practice of identity alchemy, and that's something
that's such a hot scenario, though. Now you got me thinking about it. Fuck. All right.
we work through at Awaken the Dream is this embodiment of this version of you and really channeling the wisdom of the future self that is creating and living in this dream reality that you desire. What did they do to get to that point? What do you get to embody right now to step into that path, step by step by step? And it's a really fun process. This is a process that I found to be incredibly fun and exciting, as much as it can be confronting and challenging, because
you can also do that with therapy. I feel like that'd be less expensive than going to Costa Rica for like a festival, but hey, like, you know, like you maybe is a benefit. I don't know.
Fair enough.
You got some big old titties.
As long as she got there. What about titties? What? But first, are you experienced, B? Because I got a drawer full of totally legal item. Nico, you're talking to someone who was afraid to take shrooms because I might eat someone. So no, I'm not. I'm not experienced, but I'm willing to take it depending who offers it to me. If they have enough Riz and you know, to fat and body hair ratio, then I might be easily swayed.
really we need to let our ego die in order for
I might eat someone, not in the vor way. I meant in a way of like I might eat their face. Like if I'm like on shrooms, I might just like, you know, just like not be here. Like my personality be gone. I will be replaced by something else. I'll be replaced by the shroom and be eating this person. Still vor technically. I guess hard vor if it's like I'm tearing off chunks of flesh or whatever. Cannibalism.
for us to bring true
No, I'm not into it, but shroom version of me might.
awareness to what's going on within us. It's very uncomfortable, and our body gets actually addicted to these neurochemicals that send signals to the rest of our body. We get addicted almost to this. We get addicted to this old way of being, and it's really an opportunity here in our evolution to create new neural pathways.
Again, like I get what she's saying, but she's saying a whole lot just to get to the point.
And this is the part of the rewiring process that happens. So through Awaken the Dream coming up,
Like, okay, like basically it's like, yeah, it's easy to fall into old habits, but you have to like get out of the old habits and create like new experiences for yourself. Is what she basically just said. But she said a whole lot of weird weird things to, you know, pad that out.
we're going to be really rewiring some of these beliefs, choosing new beliefs, choosing new identity, practicing embodiment of it, not just practicing, but actually like physically embodying in mind, body, spirit what this identity feels like. So as a community, we stepped through this portal into 2026 in this full celebration and joy and love and presence, and to witness just
One of the nice things about DMNT is if you do have a bad trip, at least it only lasts like a few minutes. Yeah, but I could eat a whole person in a few minutes, though. I could eat someone in a few minutes, or I could just sit there and cry for a few minutes. I don't know. I don't know what would happen, to be fair.
this collective song that was present throughout all of this first day of the new.
Can you be? I feel like it's possible. It wouldn't be the first time I thought about it.
New year, January 1st, 2026, to be in this
That's why I have a straight jacket.
community where people are really operating and being in their hearts and singing together and just being in love together and being in prayer, the type of prayer that like makes you cry, the type of prayer that just like brings you to your knees in humble gratitude for this beauty and this opportunity to experience reality in this way. It was so special to witness,
several bottles of
I'm
honey
so
on myself for a few
grateful
minutes.
to have been here, and thank you so much to Awake and to Drew for creating this event. And if you feel called to visit Awake, I highly encourage you to come and experience this place. I'll add a link in the video description because they have some really beautiful events happening and they have ecstatic dance here. So if you're in Costa Rica and if you're in Uvita, come and visit Awake. I really hope that this was supportive to you, and I would love to know in the comments, please share what was your key insight or takeaway from this video. So if you also feel called, you can share in the comments below what types of videos you want to see on Skylife this year. What would be most supportive to you? What videos would be exciting to you? Because this is a co-creative process with you as well. That is it for this episode of Skylife. Thank you so much for portaling with me today. Happy 2026. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for your presence.
Oh God. I forgot about her song. My key insight is that B is into vor. I'm not into vor. I only thing I said is that like if I take shrooms, I don't know how I will react, and I might you know what? Here, I'll rephrase. I'll probably turn into a zombie and like will like chomp on someone. You're not. No, I'm not. I feel lied to. You say you want to eat me all the time? No, I never said I want to eat you. I want to kill you. I never said I want to eat you. Those are not interchangeable. They're not the same thing. Me pushing you in a vat of acid, it would not equate to me eating you. I will not. Yeah, you might turn to a soup, but doesn't mean I'm going to eat you. It can be. Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with anyone. Alright, here we go. Alright. Let's see. Who can... Oh, let me put music back on.
It's getting kind of cute.
It's not cute. How dare you? Alright, stop streams for an hour. Okay, who can we raid? Well, actually, what would be the raid message be? We're portaling?
You feel things so hard.
Maybe we're portaling? I like that. I got Space Fiend, got Scintilla. Oh, that's it. No one else is like really streaming. Everyone's like done. It is 1 o'clock, so I shouldn't be too surprised. I want to eat your face after doing DMT. Let's not have that be a raid message.
Nico Debug just cheered 100 bits.
Yeah?
Oh no, I'm gonna get bit and bleed? Oh man, it's out terrible. How awful. My flesh. Sunken into? Gosh. Oh no, that'd be terrible. Wiggling hips like Shin-Chan. No, please no. That'd be awful. Gosh. Oh no. Please don't not fuck her. What do I look like, Darsal? You get one bite. Make it count.
Oh. Oh. Kabu. Am I not following him? Hold on. It's a Kabu. He's playing Lethal Company. Man, I didn't know he was streaming. Okay. I mean, interesting. I mean, hey, if you guys like big, I think you might like going into Kabu. No, let me rephrase. My rating into Kabu.
Fair enough.
I gotta remember to give him a follow afterwards too. He didn't show up, so I'm not following him. Okay. But all right. Well, next stream, I really do want to do Life is Strange, so we might start doing Life is Strange. Next stream, which would be what, Tuesday? So, looking forward to that. It being like the first stream for February. Why not tackle
Big ass booty.
tackle February with a heartache? Why not? Portaling in Spanish. Oh no, portaling in Spanish. Fine, we'll do it. Portaling in Spanish, which is fitting because I think he does speak it. So, all right, I'll be seeing y'all on Tuesday. Have a good night and a safe weekend. Stay warm.